Hey y'all, it's Danny and I'm back with another one.
There was no limit to you, and I'm catching feelings, baby.
Okay, so this is gonna be get ready with me, but I got a few things to talk about, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like a lot of people think that certain stuff is like really easy or whatever, but I feel like that's not the case, and I just want to talk about it. So this is not a tutorial. This is literally just a get ready with me. And where am I going? Nowhere, but that's not the fucking point. So yeah. Okay, so while I do my eyebrows, the first thing I want to talk about is I feel like everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur, have their own business. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it, but I think a lot of people don't realize the time, the money, and the effort that goes into somebody running a business. I feel like a lot of people think it's just, oh, you make an Instagram page and you slap a logo in the fucking profile picture and you're an entrepreneur. No, that's not how it is. Like, and I feel like that's why a lot of people's businesses don't work within 2 weeks of you making a page. You're gonna forget about the page and you're not gonna post on it because everybody's not meant to do that. Not in any way am I trying to make anybody feel bad, but owning a business is a lot. Like, I just feel like people don't understand that. I feel like clothing brands are cool, but you can't have a clothing brand that's like everybody else's clothing brand because then nobody's gonna buy it. You're not gonna blow up in 2 days, and that's why I had to realize. Like, that's why now I'm starting to like post more YouTube videos and stuff like that, because it's a lot that goes into it. I feel like another thing is that people think like as an entrepreneur, it just means that you work for yourself and blah, 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 blah. Me personally, I don't think that's what an entrepreneur is. I feel like as an entrepreneur, especially if you're providing like a service, you're really working for other people, like, if that makes sense. Like, when you have like a regular job, it's like, okay, well, at the end of the day, if somebody's unsatisfied, I still get paid. I don't think that's how that works necessarily when like you're a lash tech or a makeup artist, or like if you sell clothes. I feel like it don't work like that if you sell clothes, because if your clothes not selling, you're not making no money. All you're doing is spending your money, putting your money into this business, and nobody's buying anything. So at the end of the day, it's like a waste of money in a way. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, like, I just feel like people gotta think more about like stuff like that. Like, everybody just think like, oh, I could put CEO on my page. Like, I don't think that's how you should go into like starting a business. I feel like that right there is gonna make your business like not work. My next topic is going to be mental health. I feel like a lot of people talk about mental health, but I feel like a lot of people with actual like mental health issues should be the ones like really speaking on it, only because like we go through it. Like, we know like what it's really like. Like, you can look up the symptoms and be like, oh wow, like that's a lot to deal with, but having the symptoms is something completely different. Personally, I do have mental health problems, and I feel like when people ask me like, oh, what do you deal with and how does it really affect you, like, I feel like people just don't understand that like half the stuff that they say, like when people say mental health isn't real, that causes a lot of damage, because at the end of the day, like, you don't know, like, how that can make somebody who really does have mental health issues feel. I have mental health issues, and I have a parent who feels like mental health is just like made up, you know, people just do it so that like the government can get more money through therapists and psychologists and stuff like that. But I don't think that's the case. I feel like mental health is very real, because if it was fake, then like I wouldn't choose to act like this. Like, I wouldn't choose to be upset when I'm not really upset, or I wouldn't choose to cry when I don't have nothing to cry about. It's just a lot to deal with, and having a whole bunch of people telling you, oh, it's not real, just like, they like say stupid stuff like, oh, just get help. Like, the same help that you're telling me to get, like, is the same people that you don't think are really like helping me. So I just feel like, I know I just keep saying I feel like, but I really want to put the emphasis on I feel like, because everybody might not feel like this. Everybody with mental health issues might not feel like this, but me personally, I feel like mental health is something that should be taken very seriously. It's easier to convince yourself that there's not nothing wrong with you than to sit here and tell yourself, oh, there's something wrong with me, I need help. And that's why a lot of the generations before this generation that I'm in, I'm 18, that's why a lot of them act the way they do, because at the end of the day, you didn't get the help you needed. So how are you supposed to help your kid? How are you supposed to like help this generation change? Like, everybody want to say, oh, you know, these kids do this, these kids do that. Like, everybody has something to say, but nobody wants to help. And I feel like that's like a big part of the problem. I had a paper right here. The next thing I want to talk about is school. While I'm baking, school, mind you, I just graduated high school. I feel like school-wise, like, I feel like everybody should at least get a high school diploma or a GED, either or. But I really feel like a lot of people don't understand that college is not for everybody. And I don't like people that try to make their kids or like their sister or brother feel bad about not wanting to go to college. College is a big decision, and I feel like if somebody says, oh, I don't want to go to college, oh, I want to go to, or even if like they don't want to do anything, like you want to just hop straight in with, you just want to hop straight in with your high school diploma into like a job, depending on what kind of job you want. I feel like that's perfectly fine. Everybody's life is not the same, and everybody doesn't do the same thing. College, I don't know from experience, but from like knowing people, like friends that are in college, and my mom and my sister and my grandma who's all in college, I feel like college is something that shouldn't be taken lightly, only because it's a lot of money, it's a lot of assignments, it's a lot of time, effort, and energy, and everybody just doesn't have the energy for that. And I think it's a huge choice in life whether or not you want to go to college. Y'all, I really want to move. I want to get out of the DMV. I want a different, like, I'm not a fresh start. Like, I really want to go somewhere with the knowledge I have now into like a different state or a different area. And I don't know, I just want to how do I say it? I just want to start over. Like, I want new friends. Not to say I don't love the friends that I had, but I want new, like, I want to see new things, experience new people that's just not here. Because if you don't know, in the DMV, everybody knows everybody. You could be fucking with somebody and y'all break up, you go talk to somebody else, that could really be like their cousin. That could be your cousin for all you fucking know. Because people find out they cousins every fucking day around here. But I feel like only people, like, I feel like, I don't know how it is in other places. But if you ask anybody in the DMV is like a 50-50 place. Like, it's a good place to be if you know the right people. But then also if you know certain, like, it could be the wrong place. And I just feel like for me, it's not the wrong place. Like, I feel like I don't have like nothing to do here no more. Like, I feel like it's just so, like, for me, since I've been here like my whole life, I feel like it's so depressing. Like, just being around like a whole bunch of negativity and people dying all the time. And it's just like, I'm not saying people don't die other places, but here it's so bad. People die every day. It'd be like 5 shootings alone half the day. So I just feel like it's just a lot, especially me only being 18. That's a lot. A question, well, not really a question I get a lot. Something that people say a lot to me is that they like how I carry myself and how do I, go about not letting things bother me. I'm not saying nothing bothers me, because don't get me wrong, it's a lot of things out here that bothers me, that makes me feel some type of way. But I just don't let it get to me, because at the end of the day, I know for a fact I'm a bad bitch. I'm cute as fuck, don't care. I can bag any nigga I want. It's just, everybody's always gonna have an opinion, so I don't care. I be trying not to cuss on here, but it's like everybody has an opinion, so why am I gonna let somebody's opinion like make me feel some type of way? I have an opinion about a lot of people. I don't expect them to feel some type of way. I just say what I said. So I think a lot of people should take that into consideration when they're thinking about like how they could like make their lives better, or like how they can boost their confidence. See, I'm a bad bitch. When you're a bad bitch, you can't be a bad bitch and be constantly worried about people on Instagram calling you ugly, bitches that don't like you calling you ugly, and all that other stuff. It just doesn't work like that. I feel like once you do that, you're allowing other people to, you can't allow somebody else to make you feel bad about yourself. That's why a lot of girls struggle with like knowing their identity and all that other stuff. Because if you can sit here and let someone else tell you that you're not pretty, that you don't deserve anything, and all that other stuff that people be saying, then you doing it to yourself. Because how can someone else tell you can't do something, but like, how can you let another girl tell you like, oh, you're just not pretty enough to do this, and you're not smart enough to do that? And not even just girls, like, don't let a dude tell you that either. That doesn't make any sense. I just feel like that doesn't make any sense. Now, when it comes to feelings, I really try to avoid them in all honesty. Like, I don't like discussing my feelings, because I feel like everybody's feelings is different. But one thing I feel like you shouldn't do, I feel like you should never hold in something because you feel like it's going to make somebody else feel a certain type of way. I feel like that's very toxic to yourself, to hold in your feelings. I feel like holding in your feelings is not good at all. I feel like holding in your feelings is just like holding in when you have to go to the bathroom. I feel like that is very, it's not healthy for yourself or your mind, because stuff like that really do mess with people's mentals. Like, I'm not saying you're gonna have like depression, but that could happen. A lot of stuff could happen. I don't think a lot of people realize that. So I feel like if you can't have an uncomfortable conversation with somebody, a friend, a family member, a lover, any of that, I feel like maybe you, not even you, but like you and that person or whatever it is, I feel like y'all don't need to be together, be friends. I'm not saying clearly you can't just not be family with somebody, but I feel like you just need to distance yourself from people like that, because shit like that is really like dangerous. Like, shit like that can really have you feeling some type of way to yourself. You can take it out on other people. Like, that's the type of stuff that you really gotta. Another thing I want to talk about, it is never too late to get closer to God. A lot of people think that because of the person I used to be, that they feel like, you know, oh, you just now talking about God and blah 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 blah, and it's too late to get closer to God. It doesn't matter what no matter what nobody thinks. It's not. I'm not saying that you have to go to church and all that, but like, start off like small. You could do what I did. Read a scripture every day. Pray. And then you can like build up. I personally don't like going to church. I feel like there's nothing they can do at church that I can't like do at home. Like, they might do different stuff, but I'm not into stuff like that. But like, there's no reason why I should have to go and be around a whole bunch of other people to have a relationship with God. A relationship with God, it really did like make my life better. I know people say that all the time, but it did. So don't say you didn't hear it from me. Don't say that I didn't tell you, because bitch, I did. I told you. And if you decide that you want to ignore everything I said in this video, go ahead. But don't say that I didn't tell you, because I did. And oh my god, my earring fell out. It's okay. I'll just put another one in. And that's the finished look, period. My hair looks very crunchy, but it's okay because I'm gonna redo it. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and give me more topics to talk about, because I love talking, clearly, because I keep talking. But yeah, bye guys.
There was no limit to you, and I'm catching feelings, baby.